Thank you for tuning in. Thanks for being part of our program. Here we are together again on the radio. Many of you have reacted to something I've been saying on the air, and I want to talk about it this hour. Of course, I tell men, I don't know if I'm in a position to advise women on this, but I tell men, don't let her move into your place. Don't do it. Among other reasons, because you can't get her out once she gets in. Women tend to nest. You ever have a pigeon or a hawk? Depending on where you live. There's hawks up where I live, up in the Hollywood Hills. Ever have one nest in like the eaves of your house or in a tree above your house or something like that? It starts off with them flying around, circling around. Eventually it continues with them picking up little pieces of weeds or straw or whatever. And pretty soon they've got a nest built. And pretty soon they lay eggs in it. And pretty soon, that's where they live. And there's nothing you can do about it once they're ensconced. They're not leaving. And that is how women are. If you are lax about allowing women to leave stuff at your home, ever have a woman tell you she needs to leave something at your place because it could be any number of reasons. It's a gift for somebody and it's a surprise. It's something she has no space to keep around, like, I don't know, maybe she got a scooter, has no place to park it. Could she park it in your garage, in your storage closet? Or it also continues with women who, and this is the one we always talk about, the one where they leave a box of tampons under your sink, assuming that 28 days from now they'll still be talking to you or you'll be talking to them. These are signs that she's planning on moving onto your property. Women love leaving little insignificant parts of jewelry around like that. The back part of a pierced earring, that little thing that keeps the pierced earring in your ear. What do you call that thing? A clasp? I don't know. You know what I'm talking about. They love leaving cheap earrings around, cheap rings, cheap bracelets. How many times has a woman forgotten her underwear at your place? How many times have women brought changes of clothing to stay at your place for the weekend and then left all of it? Maybe even having the gall to ask you to take it to the dry cleaners. Telling you, oh, it doesn't matter, I'll come get it. You know, I'm always over there anyway. Oh, God, that's the kiss of death when they say that. I'm going to be coming over there anyway. I'll be back anyway. How about the women who, at first, they come to your place to have sex with you? Later on, they decide to come to your place on a weird night like Sunday night because you live closer to their office than they do. So they tell you it would be more convenient to go from your place than from their place. I've had that one happen many times because I live in the hills right above Hollywood. And I have dated women who live like in the South Bay or Orange County or out there somewhere like Calabasas or something. And their whole attitude is, if I were staying at your place, I'd get to work a lot faster. And pretty soon they're doing that 5 days a week if you're not careful. The problem is they have laws now, and I've talked about these on the air, where you can't just kick anybody out. There was a time when you could simply change your locks and that would be that. But now because of the various domestic violence laws that have been created, various laws that are supportive of women, you can't just kick anybody out anymore. You have to give them notice. In some cases, they have to be evicted. In some cases, you have to, like, go through some kind of due process. And don't think she won't do it to you. She will. The easiest way to keep from getting into this scenario is not to let her move in. And anytime she shows signs of nesting at your place, make sure you get rid of those signs. Do you know how much insignificant jewelry I've simply tossed in the garbage and said I had no idea where it was? I'll tell you right now. I have scooped up various items off end tables at my home or nightstands, drop them into the garbage can. She calls up and says, "Do you have that earring?" No, haven't seen it. By the way, stop by my home. There's one toothbrush. One. You do not see two toothbrushes. There are no pantyhose in my shower. Nobody else's laundry is being done at my home. Boy, all you need is to have a laundry room, and you're dating a woman who lives in an apartment and does not have her own washing machine. Oh, do you mind if I just bring my laundry over? Yes. Do not bring your laundry over. Now, you keep going to the laundromat. That's the way you do that. Do not start getting in the habit of bringing your laundry over. Oh, I'll bring my laundry over. We can hang out. No. Absolutely not. That's one of the first steps to move it in for the kill. No. Oh, my God. Many of you guys don't see the signs. I always use the analogy of what we call frog soup. You know, the deal about the frog. You put him in a pot of cold water, and he's happy. He's swimming around in the cold water, and he can't believe his good fortune in the nice, clean water in this big pot. You put the pot on top of the gas stove, and you turn the gas on low, and frog is still happy. Happy, happy. Swimming around. The water gets a little warmer. He doesn't mind. Continues to get a little warmer. He doesn't mind. And pretty soon, he's frog soup. He has no idea what happened to him. And that's many of you. Yeah, sure, she's your F-buddy. She's your pal. She's your booty call. She's coming over more and more. She's leaving more and more stuff. She stays longer and longer every visit. There's no point going all the way home to Rancho Cucamonga. I might as well just stay here and then go to work in the morning. That's trouble. Trouble. I mean, as I've told you, the best thing to do is not to have her even stay there. Just not even to have her come over to your place. You know what? You drive out to Rancho Cucamonga, nail her, and then say, "Oh, my God, look at the time to get the hell out of there." I can't tell you how many emails I'm getting from guys who tell me they can't get her out the door because now she's got the key. She's got the key. She has the passcode to the voicemail. She uses your computer. You've saved all your passwords to everything, your cell phone account, your phone bill, your credit cards, all saved in your computer. And when you get home a half hour after she does, there she is, logging on, checking up on what you're doing. Answering the phone. "Oh, no, he's not here right now. I'm his girlfriend. Can I help you?" Oh, God almighty. I mean, the trick is to keep them out of your home as much as possible. And if you insist on having them over for sex, make sure they leave. Don't ever let them get into these 2, 3, 4-day stays at your place. I don't care how good you think the sex might be. She is trying you on for size. She's test driving you. And that goes double if she's got any pets, like a dog or a kitty cat she can't leave alone. One time years ago, I was with a woman who told me, get this, she couldn't leave her cat alone on Christmas. That was bad enough I was seeing this woman on Christmas. That was a bad move, and I've learned from my mistake. But when she insists on bringing the kitty cat over because it's Christmas and he'll be alone on Christmas, you are screwed. she's letting you know that that cat and she are coming to live with you. There's no benefit. I tell guys there's no benefit to getting married, and there's no benefit to letting her move in. This has nothing to do with being gay or bisexual or any of those things you love to say to me. Because I love sex with women. I love it. But I especially love it when they've got their own jobs, their own apartments, their own money, their own keys. I don't want them having the keys to my place. Many of you boys have these girls over because you're too cheap, you want a roommate, or so that you can keep an eye on her, not realizing the price you pay for that is she's keeping an eye on you. Who cares what she does the nights I'm not over there? I couldn't care less. She does what she wants, I do what I want. When it's mutually convenient, we will get together. And she will not leave any crap at my place. I don't need a woman living at my address. Anybody who lets the chick move in, I'm telling you right now, boys, I don't care if you disagree with me, you've got no game. You're those guys who think you have to have a girlfriend in order to get laid. You're the guys who have so little confidence in your abilities in the bedroom that you think the only way you can get laid is by telling somebody she's your girlfriend. You're a pussy, aren't you?
Tom. 1-800-5800-TOM.
I think you're brilliant. I enjoy liking you, and I enjoy hating you.
The Tom Leykis Show.
The Tom Leykis Show. Jim, hello.
Hello.
Yes.
How are you doing?
Do you care?
Yes, I do.
Doing great.
Good. Well, Tom, I called because I'm a pussy.
Do tell.
Well, I live with my parents still. I'm 20 years old, and I work out of town, so I'm mostly out of town. She moved in with my mom and dad, which they're good friends. I've been dating her for 5 years now.
5 years, so you were 15.
Yes, sir.
Uh-huh.
So,
how does it feel to be a pussy?
Exactly.
How does it feel?
I'm still going right now.
How does it feel? No, you're not hearing me. How does it feel to be a pussy?
Well, I didn't know I was a pussy until I listened to your show, so it feels pretty bad now.
Well, you are one.
I know it.
So what are you going to do about it?
I don't know. You tell me.
Get her out of there.
Get her out of there. Okay. Okay, what's the best way to do it?
Tell her you don't want to live with her. Tell her you were too young for this.
Okay.
I mean, do you want to live with her?
I do and I don't.
What is the benefit to you of her living there?
Sex.
But you can get sex without her living there. You had sex with her before she moved in.
I know.
Yeah, so her moving in doesn't give you sex.
I know.
So
I know. I need to get out of it.
Right. I mean, what is the benefit to you?
I guess that's it. I'm looking at it wrong.
There is no benefit to you.
Exactly.
In fact, if you wanted to have sex with someone else, you can't do it because she's right on top of you.
You got it.
And, pal, if you met her at 15, you haven't had sex with a lot of chicks.
No, I haven't.
Well, that's my point. What are you going to do, marry her?
No. I'm smarter than that.
So why are you still with her now?
That's the thing I need to figure out. I guess I need to get out of it.
Yes, you do.
All right.
All right, Jim.
Thank you, Tom.
Thank you. Erica on the Tom Leykis Show.
Hi, Tom.
Hi.
Hey, listen, I listen to you every day. You're very entertaining, and I think that in many aspects you're a very wise man. However, I have two questions for you.
Yeah.
One, do you have a heart at all?
What did I say that indicates I don't have a heart?
Well, you just seem to be very insensitive, and I understand...
Insensitive. By saying I don't want women to share my domicile, that means I'm insensitive? So I have to let a woman move into my place in order to be sensitive?
No, there are a lot of women out there that suck. I totally...
So why do I need a woman living in my place? Your cell phone disconnected. We'll never know. 1-800-5800-TOM. It's Mike on the Tom Leykis Show. Hello.
Hey, Dad, how you doing?
All right, son.
I wanted to call and tell you that, this one time I was dating this chick, and, she'd been over a couple of times, and, I should have known the first time when she left a blouse or something, over at my house. She had a reason to come back over to get it. But, I didn't learn that time, and I dated her a few times, and we were supposed to go out one night, and that day when I got home from work, she was already in my house.
How'd she get in?
She came in through the back.
No.
Immediate red flag. I didn't know what to do. I told her she was creeping me out, and I couldn't see her no more.
Wow.
But you're absolutely right. They'll do anything they can to ease on in there.
Women are like roaches crawling to an open sugar bowl. You know what I'm talking about?
Absolutely.
They will try to creep right into your place and then just stay there.
Absolutely. You're absolutely right. Where were you when I was growing up?
Well, Mike, I've been on the radio in L.A. now for 18 years. Where have you been?
Oh, I've been out of town for a while.
The question is, where were you? That's the question. I was here.
Well, I just want to say, Tom, I really appreciate it. You know, everybody should absolutely listen to what you're telling them. Can you blow me up, Tom?
Here you go. 1-800-5800-TOM is our telephone number. Jason on the Tom Leykis Show. Hello.
Hey, Tom, how's it going?
Okay, Jason.
I got a little story for you. I'm 26 years old, and I met this girl about a year ago, and she was like the sweetest girl on earth, and she said all the right things and did all the right things, and she looked good, and I let her move into my house. She gained 50 pounds. She started treating me like crap, and she trying to tell me who I could and couldn't hang out with, and oh man, it just went straight to hell. And
the reason you let her move in was what?
Say it again?
The reason you let her move in was what?
Oh man, it was a big mistake.
No, but what was the reason at the time?
Because she was having financial problems, and it was easier for her to move in with.
Oh, of course it was easier for her.
Yeah, she couldn't pay her rent, and
by the way, isn't that a red flag when a woman tells you I can't pay my rent?
Yeah, oh man, I know now. About the same time I met her was about the same time I started listening to you, and today was just the final straw, and I told her, you know what, you can keep my place, I'm out of there, and I just now moved out and told her don't ever talk to me again, and it's all thanks to you.
Well, that's good. How did she react to that?
Oh, she flipped out. She started throwing things and pushing me and telling me, demanding that I give her money, and oh man, it was bad.
So you saw the real her finally.
Oh yeah. Well, I've been seeing her for a while. She after she moved in, she gained 50 pounds.
Yep.
Oh man, but if it wasn't for listening to your show every day, I wouldn't have had the courage to move on and tell her I ain't taking it anymore.
Well, I'm glad you did it, Jason. Thank you for that.
Believe me, I'm 26 years old and I'm staying single.
Jason, thank you for that. 1-800-5800-TOM. It's Joe on the Tom Leykis Show. Hello.
Hey, Tom. How's it going?
Doing okay.
Good. Down here in San Diego.
Cool.
And I'm a little closer to your age, but just a little bit of advice for guys in general. This whole process you describe of frog soup, right?
Yeah.
They do it at every age, in every geographical location, no matter where you are. They think it's their God-given right, and it must be in their DNA. Where does it come from?
Well, women want to nest and ultimately be your family or have a family with you.
Yeah, that I understand, but why can't they just take us the way we are, okay? I scratch my ass and I fart and I do guy stuff.
Well, because women are fascinated with doing the extreme makeover. It's not an accident. You have all these TV shows about makeovers and women go gaga for them.
Right, okay.
Women like getting, unpolished diamonds in the rough.
Yeah, but see, we're not going to change. We're just the way we are.
Well, I know that, and you know that, but women are taught from an early age.
Yeah.
You get a guy, he's a diamond in the rough.
Right.
Then you know, get him to stop smoking, stop drinking, stop smoking pot, stop hanging out with his friends, stop watching sports, whatever.
Yeah. Okay. All right, but here's a little twist on the whole scenario, right? I'm married, divorced, raised my kids pretty much. I'm 50.
Right.
They still try to do it. Why in the hell at my age would I want to bother changing at all?
Well, now that you are your age, that now you can see that clearly. Many of the guys who call in here who are 25, 22, 28, all they see is getting laid every night. They don't see what you see.
Yeah, plus, you know, with age and experience, you learn to control your urges a bit, and it doesn't cloud your judgment as much.
Well, I don't control my urges. The only urge I control is the urge to have women move in with me. That's the only urge I control. I still love sex, and I love having sex with a variety of women. Love that.
Okay, but it's not like when you were 20 and you were walking around.
Actually, for me, it is.
Well, good for you.
It is for me, but I know now that I have more of what women want: money, power, and fame. I don't have to let them move in.
Yeah, right. Okay, and then I guess the whole key to this is, like you said, look for the red flags and lay the rules down from the get-go, right?
Right.
Anyway, that was it. Love you down here in San Diego.
Thank you, Joe.
All right, have a good one.
All right, you too.
Tom Leykis. 1-800-5800-TOM.
How do you marry somebody who doesn't like to go downtown?
I guess sheer stupidity.
It's the Tom Leykis Show.
It's the Tom Leykis Show. 1-800-5800-TOM is our telephone number. Brenna on the Tom Leykis Show. Hello.
Tom, how are you doing?
I'm okay.
I just moved here from South Dakota, and I had never heard your show before, and I'm loving what you're saying about these women. I have all these friends that are doing these things you're talking about that are moving in and then can't figure out why their relationships go bust.
Yeah.
But the real problem I'm starting to see is that I'm having all these girly men that now they want to move in with me. They're totally affected by this. I think this is the way a relationship should progress.
Well, that's because a lot of these boys were raised by single mothers who did the same thing, and they had no man around to show them anything else.
Yeah. So they think that it's their job now to invade my space, and I don't want them in my house either. You know.
I totally agree. And what's the benefit to you?
Well, exactly. There's no benefit. Pretty soon they want you to start being mom is the flip side of that. I don't pick up socks. I don't like to pick up my own socks, you know?
Yeah.
And like you said, sex does not have to be occurring in the house that we live in together. In fact, that's usually what causes sex to stop happening, I think.
Yeah, you're probably right about that.
That could be about
I love living alone, dear. I love it.
Yes. Love you here in Phoenix, Tom.
Thank you, Brenda. Appreciate the call. It's 1-800-5800-TOM. Ivan on the Tom Leykis Show.
Hey, what's going on, Tom?
Not much.
Yeah, I got a perfect story about that, but, I mean, how they do it just trips me out how sneaky they are, you know? It just, I mean, when a girl first moved in with me, she was, I was 22 and she was younger. And she said she had a crazy aunt that she couldn't, you know, because she was crazy, and I used to go over there and visit her, and she was a crazy broad, but, you know, she just wanted a place to stay for 2 weeks. 2 weeks ended up being 8 months until the lease was over.
No, you have to say no to those 2-week engagements. You have to say no.
Yeah, but I mean, I at the time I'm 24 right now, and I mean, at the time I never had listened to you before, and I just fell right into it. You know, those 2 weeks, it just turned into where...
Now, did you confront her on day 15 and say, why are you still here? No, you didn't, did you?
No, I didn't, Tom. I didn't, but... I mean,
why not?
Well, because, I mean, she didn't have nowhere to go, and, I mean, I couldn't just put her on the street, you know, so...
Yeah, you could have.
Well, if I had been listening to you, Tom, yeah, I could have.
Of course you could have. Are you kidding me?
I mean, yeah, but she had I don't know, her job wasn't all that great.
Not your problem, not your problem, not your problem.
Well, now I know that. Now
who cares if her job isn't that great? Whose fault is it that she has a lousy job?
It's hers.
It's hers.
Yeah, you're right. But like I said, Tom, like I was just, she had me, just how sneaky she did it though, and I just fell right into it. Like, I mean, okay, yeah, go ahead. You know, you can stay. You know,
had you made a hard and fast rule, she would not be able to be sneaky.
You're right, Tom. But it doesn't happen no more though. Now I have girls. I mean, I date a lot of girls now, and they just, you know, they stop by my place and we do what we got to do, and then they're out in the next morning. But I mean, never. I don't fall into that no more. I mean, I guess unless you're getting married, I guess you move in with the person. But you know, just thanks to you though, man. Thanks to you, bro.
All right, Evan.
All right, thanks a lot.
Thank you. 1-800-5800-TOM. Nader on the Tom Leykis Show. Hello.
Hey, Tom, how you doing?
Pretty good.
All right, buddy. I just wanted to know, man, I'm been with my girl. I'm 23. She's 21. I've been with her about 6 months. I'm just wondering when you think is a good time, like what should I look for when, you know, I should move in with her? We should get our own place. You know, we make both decent amount of money.
But why do you need to live with her? I want you to tell me what you would get out of that.
You know what? I feel like I get a loving, compassionate person. You know
well, don't you have that now?
I do.
All right. She'll be a loving, compassionate person 24 hours a day without living at your house.
You know, Tom, you know, I just feel like, you know, don't you feel like you need that the significant other, though? Like
no. Well, first of all, no. Second of all, if I did, a person does not have to live at your address to love you.
Right.
Your mom loves you. Does she live with you?
Yeah, actually, I live with my mom. She lives with her.
When you're not living with your mom anymore, will she stop loving you?
No, not at all.
That's my point. You don't have to live with somebody for them to love you.
Right on. What time frame do you give it when a man and a woman are together that they should move in together?
The 12 months before you get married.
12 months before you get married.
Right, and that means you've already committed to get married.
Exactly. So basically, whatever time you spend 12 months engaged, then get married.
By the way, at 23, you shouldn't have a girlfriend, much less have anyone moving in or getting married.
She's great.
I don't care. Yeah. You're too young.
Hey, man, Tom, I just want to tell you, man, I really do. You know, it's not like I love you or I don't like you, but you're there to listen to. So.
Well, that's all that matters to me. If you don't pay attention to my advice, it's going to be your problem, not mine. 1-800-5800-TOM is our telephone number. It's Michelle on the Tom Leykis Show. Hello.
Hi, Tom. How are you?
Great.
First of all, half of these boys are mama's boys. Mm-hmm. They want somebody to move in with them so that she will cook and clean, not just the sex.
Right.
They need to get over it and get a maid.
Or, guess what? But learn how to put a quarter in the washing machine, for God's sake.
Hello. There you go.
By the way, I want to add, I may have a radio show and I may make good money, but every day I fill the dishwasher. Every day I put clothes in the hamper, and ultimately they end up in the washing machine when the hamper is full.
Beautiful.
Every day I put my newspapers in the recycle bin. I clean up after myself. I don't need a woman living there. I don't need a woman living there.
Exactly.
The price is too high.
It can be. I agree with you there. I've only lived with one person, and it was the biggest mistake of my life.
Yeah. There's a lot of mistakes like that out there.
Oh, yeah. As far as all these people trying to change each other, what's the problem? You either like them or you don't. Leave them alone. I am constantly running up against men that want to change me. I finally found somebody that doesn't, and it's amazing. He has not tried to change one thing about me.
Does he live with you?
No.
Good.
We don't live together. We don't live together right now.
Good for you.
There may come a time in the future, but who knows. But anyway, I mean, people need to just leave each other alone.
No doubt about it, Michelle. It's Jason on the Tom Leykis Show.
Hey, Tom. Great to hear from you. Hey, I had my girlfriend move in. I had that weak moment before you were, you know, out here in Phoenix, and she moved in to the house. And, you know, when you're 31 and established, and, you know, you have, you know, these younger girls just cling on you, and they really want a nest, just like you sat there and said. And I said, over the summer, you're going to move out after the slow season. And it was about 3 weeks ago when this subject first came up, and I'm sorry about that on air, but packing her stuff up and moved her into an apartment and told her, I mean, this is how I started the relationship off. is no woman is going to get my house or my money. And these guys really need to start listening to you, because it took me about to the age of 26 to find this out. And these women, you know, they're going to take you for the long run.
That's right. That's exactly right.
All I could sit there and say is, Tom, I hear you loud and clear. And it was about time someone confirmed my way of feeling that women just sit there and come into a good thing in a relationship. And it could be anybody. It could be a man or a woman. But the one that stands to lose the most usually does, and the opposite one usually wants in and move in.
You are right about that.
Tom Leykis. 1-800-5800-TOM.
I chose to stay a virgin for my own personal reasons.
Why'd you stop being a virgin then?
Because I needed it.
You needed it.
Hell yeah.
The Tom Leykis Show.
The Tom Leykis Show. 1-800-5800-TOM is our telephone number. Jason, hello.
Hello.
Yeah.
Yeah. Is this Tom?
Oh, did you want to talk to Tom?
Yeah.
All right, hold on, please. The Tom Leykis Show at 1-800-5800-TOM. This is Jason on the Tom Leykis Show.
Hey, Tom. How you doing?
Great.
Hey, I was wondering, at what age is it okay to get married and move in with somebody?
No earlier than 25. And the proviso, or the caveat I give you, if you will, is that you have to have realized your professional dreams.
Mm-hmm.
Not a moment before.
What about you? When are you going to do it?
What? I don't need to.
No, I know. But I mean,
I've been married and divorced already.
Yeah.
I do not need to be married.
What about when you get older? Like when you get 70 and you're retired, you want to be alone? You want to die alone?
Well, first of all, there's no guarantee that anybody will be with you.
No,
when you die. Ask Mrs. Christopher Reeve, all right? She died, this week? And,
sure.
And she was alone. There's no guarantee that anybody will be with you to begin with.
No.
Right. Secondly, there's more people in life than just a girlfriend or a wife. You know, you've got friends, you've got relatives, you've got people who care about you if you have a healthy social life. Mm-hmm. And I do. Plenty of people care what happens to me and will be there when I need them.
All right. My dad is single, and I think he's a little lonely. So and I wonder, and he's about your age.
You need to take on the attitude that I have, which is that there are all kinds of benefits to being alone. I have people with me when I want to see them.
Oh, yeah. I'm alone. I love it.
Yeah, well.
I totally agree. I just think about when I get older, I might want to be with somebody. You don't
have to have them living at your house.
No.
I'd rather be with a woman with her own career, her own apartment, her own things, and that way we never argue about money. If she wants to waste her money buying crap that she sees in store windows all the time, or 1,000 different pair of shoes or sneakers or whatever.
And more importantly, she doesn't waste your money.
That's my point.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, if I get older and I'm sick, I'm going to need money to take care of myself. I don't want to have to go look into the closet and see what kind of shoes I'm going to have to try to cash in. That's why women grow up when women live alone, when they get older, they eat cat food because they wasted it all on other crap.
Right.
I don't feel sorry for old people who are eating dog food or cat food. Because this is what they did. They did not put money away for this purpose.
Right.
Me, I'm putting it away. And I'm not letting some woman come in and spend it.
Right. Well, what about the people that have been married for 70 years and,
What about them?
What about those people?
What about them?
Well, aren't they?
It's too late for them. But it's not too late for me and you. Our email address is my name. It's Tom at blowmeuptom.com. You got that? Tom at blowmeuptom.com. I hear our show the way nature intended it. Live from 3 to 8 p.m. Pacific time. Go to blowmeuptom.com.
It's the Tom Leykis Show.